So it's May 15th. I'm about 3.5 months out from the North Americans. About 2 months out from turning 60. And I'm going to try and shoot some footage for a YouTube clip on leg training today. I'm going to Fitness Premier in Cedar Lake, Indiana to train legs. And I'll let you see how my training has evolved to this point at 3.5 months out. What I do to get my legs ready for a big show like that. Hope you enjoy the training. This is just the introduction, and let me know what you think. Thanks.
Anybody that knows me knows that I always start hamstrings on leg day. Hamstrings are the first thing we start with, and today is standing leg curls on the Arsenal machine. I no longer am doing drop sets typically at the end like I was doing leading up to about 3 months out. Now I'm basically pyramiding up to a max weight. That max weight would be 10 rep area. I'll do 10 reps for 2 sets maxed out, and then I will pyramid back down all the way back to my warm-up set. And this usually equates to about 6-7 sets per exercise. So the standing leg curl would be about 6 or 7 sets total. Then I immediately go to leg extension. This is the Prime leg extension machine, where I work my way up the same way. This is one of the max sets at around 10 to 12 reps. Can't get any more. And I'll do that for a top end 2 sets. Exercise number 3, I move quickly into a seated leg curl on a Prime machine. Once again, going right back to hamstrings, and I will alternate movements, hamstring to quads, throughout the beginning of the legs. For example, it'll be direct exercises, as in leg curls, leg extensions, before we get into compound movements. I always make sure that everything is completely broken down before I get into the heavier weights. That way I'm not going to get injured. This is just another angle from that same seated leg curl. Once again, it's a Prime leg curl. Very good piece of machinery if you have access to one. But about this time, you're moving into 12 to 14 sets of hamstrings total. 7 for standing, 7 for seated. And you did about 7 or 8 on the leg extensions, so your leg should start to be throbbing at this point. Shortly after this, we move into exercise number 4, which is leg extensions again. However, this is a different machine. This is an Arsenal, so it's a slightly different angle, a little bit different feel. Kind of hits a couple different muscles in the leg than the Prime leg extension, where you sit back more. And working up to a failure set. Once again, pyramiding all the way back down for a total of 6, 7, 8 sets for this exercise. This is just another angle. You notice we're not using a ton of weight because I've been doing a lot of sets, hitting a lot of areas on the quads. But you have to fully concentrate on these to really bring them out, to really hit them like they need to be hit. Just throwing the weight around isn't going to do you any good at all. So that was exercise number 4, which is the Arsenal leg extension. Quickly moving into exercise number 5 after checking out what we got going on for legs. That is the adductor machine. It's an Arsenal adductor, and hits the inside groin area. Gives your leg width from the front when you're standing relaxed on the front. Probably did 4 to 5 sets of these. These can be very taxing if you get too many sets. It's a smaller muscle group, and 4 to 5 sets really tears it out. And then I switch back and forth to the abductor, just the reverse movement on the same machine. So we went back and forth. Once again, total 4 to 5 sets of each, going in each direction. And at this point, all the ancillary work for legs is probably done. All the direct work. So we move on to compound movements. And you should be pretty shot when you get to compound movements. And so I go directly into a closed stance, low on the platform leg press. Work my way up through plates until I get to where I'm completely taxed out at about 9 to 10 reps. Once again, I do 2 sets there, and then work my way back down. When you're working your way back down through these sets, you're still going to failure. It's just as you take a plate off, next time you're going to get 14, then you get 18. Probably finishing up with your warm-up weight around 25 reps. Time under tension, it works. Once again, this just helps point out the fact that I'm a high-volume trainer. Stay injury-free, high-volume training, lots of reps, lots of sets. And it's worked for me. I'm 60 now, and by the time this video comes out, I'll be 60. And this is how I got the legs to where they are. A lot of guys in their 40s, 50s, 60s just don't have wheels anymore. No leg development, and this will help you keep them where they need to be. Moved on to another exercise. This is leg press exercise. I think it's the 8th exercise, which is called hack squat. And once again, keeping the reps fairly high to avoid injury. Probably 8, 9, 10 reps, the highest, and just saturating the quads, tearing down what little I haven't already destroyed. And just another angle, the same hack squat. We got on here a couple plates, and just pushing the quads to their limit. Calories at this point are about 2,000 a day, pretty limited. I'm not doing any cardio, but probably only taking in about 2,000 calories worth of food. 180 grams of protein, maybe 200 grams of protein if I'm lucky. Still trying to bring things down a little bit, tighten things up. And leg day can be brutal on a contest diet. Then we moved on to, I believe this is the 9th or 10th exercise, which is overhead leg press, vertical leg press, whatever you want to call it. We did a few sets here, working up in weight, and finished off. This was the last exercise pendulum squat. By the time you get to these, your legs should be pretty much shot. You're just pushing blood now, trying to get a little bit extra fibers that might not have been hit with the other exercises. I believe that's a wrap for quads and hamstrings. I finish off with some standing calves, and probably did 5-6 sets of standing calves to failure. You want to keep your calves in good condition. Nobody wants to have stick calves, and it's taken me a long time just to get them to where they are. So I train them as often as I can. After that is said and done, check out our final work, how the legs look. Call it a day. Go home and get in a post-workout meal and get some rest, hopefully. Let them recover. Without recovery, there is no growth. And you're just spinning your wheels if you're not able to come back and train as often as possible. Thanks for watching.